Anyway, guys, let's go down here in the bottom right-hand side, representing Shopify Rebellion. This is Byun. And he's doing a gas first opening, which he favors here in this matchup. But he's doing the second gas version, which means, guess what? He's going to be going for a starport, probably a Hellion drop. His opponent in the top left, this is Parting. He's just done an expand build into a probe scout. Let's check. Did he look for proxies? It looks like he came this route across the map. Yeah, he didn't really check it. He's checking a little bit for proxies now. I think he's just looking for proxy starports, or maybe he's hiding for his own proxy a bit later on. We'll see. Byun also just looking around a little bit there, and that starport going down. So the factory, which he hid, by the way, I love that he hid that. So the factory couldn't get spotted. So, okay, I think Parting just wants to build a gateway here and do a Stalker counterattack. I didn't check. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, and he's pulling off gas. He's gonna do the Parting build, the Ember build. He's gonna do a bigger depth pressure, guys. This game's gonna get messy really quick. Parting's build beats the shit out of Byun's build, almost always. Now, I don't know. I don't think this was as efficient as when Parting goes straight for it with his, his 17 Nexus or whatever it is, the 17 Nexus, 18 Cybercore, and Byun finds the gateway, which is very crucial. You need to start building Marines right now, dude. You need a bunker, Marines, like. I think he might just die. If he doesn't start a bunker right now, Byun, you got to show some respect to this, buddy. I mean, if these Adepts show themselves, 4 Hellions can easily beat 2 Adepts. So this is a questionable move from Parting, but I think he knows he can shade away. So that's why he feels confident doing this. Oh, the Hellions, yeah. So he kind of baits Byun into showing his hand, and then he's like, no, that's fine. I can just back off here. Now, does Byun try to kill those Adepts, or does he just go for the counter? He's going to go for the counter. We've already got, what, 3 Adepts coming across the map? Robo at home. But notice Parting in this situation when he just goes 3 gateways, no tech. Only now he's eating the Robo. But he's going to warp in Stalkers at home. Oh, he's warping in Stalkers on the front. Oh, he's 100% going to kill. Byun didn't build a bunker. Byun not knowing this build order. And he lowers the depots to try to save the Widow Mines. He's going to try and defend with mines. That will not cut the mustard. That being said, the Stalker warping is very slow at home. This was a risky maneuver from Parting. Those Hellions getting some damage. Stalkers and batteries will mine in. He's got to do more damage. Byun, because Byun's going to have to pull his SCVs at home. Another Widow Mine shot. He is picking off these units. And you know what, guys? There's actually an armory. So he doesn't have detection for that. The Hellions pick up from the main. They go to the natural. Ooh, the invisible Widow Mines might actually do this for Byun. Those units are surrounded. He can burrow those Widow Mines on top of them, but he's too busy microing his Hellions to massacre Parting's economy. Oh, if he could burrow these Widow Mines onto those units, that would have been great there. He's losing a lot of SCVs, but this is still a great trade. He's still got all 4 Hellions alive? Are you kidding? How does he still have 4 Hellions alive with 2 Stalkers? Byun says, get out of here, cheesy Parting. Taste my drill, dickhead. And that Stalker goes flying into shrapnel-y pieces. That Hellion is going to go back into the main. I think the battery's up there, so it's not going to do anything. That 10 Pro Protoss versus a 15 SCV Terran. I mean, that's only 1 orbital, though, actually. Oh, this is actually... I mean, I guess Byun has to go... He's got fuck all production as well. Byun needs to put his barracks on the reactor and get out some Marines. And even build a bunker if I was him. Because you know Parting's going to counterattack you, right? Parting is hunting for the drop. He knows, okay, you're going to try and now do an invisible Widow Mine drop, and he's hunting for it. Oh no! He used the boost! He used the boost! Byun! No! Byun! You've handled this so well! You can't lose this, bro! There's no blink, remember, guys. There's no blink. These are virgin Stalkers! He loses it! Byun! Byun! Not like this. Remember, he's only on 1 CC. Parting's going to try and kill him right now. Parting is not reprobing at all. He's completely all in. That tank is way too far forward. Byun, you need to be further back. Respect. Stop trying to do damage. But it's Parting. You're playing Parting. He's always going to attack into you. Is Parting just going to bum rush the ramp? You know he is. Parting might wait for an Adept warp in and use those to tank, but you know he wants to bum rush that ramp and take that tank out. That tank should be shuffled back so that only 1 or 2 Stalkers can hit it. Meanwhile, probes are coming in right now. Parting reckons he can't break the tank. I don't know. I feel like 4 Stalkers could hit that tank from there, but I guess he's only got 7 Stalkers, right? And there is Marine count. Widow Mine's coming on in. That's going to spell disaster for Parting. I thought he might get back in this game just because I'm like, look, if I look at how these 2 guys play, Parting is obviously an absolute psychopath, and he's very good at making comebacks and whatnot, but I don't think so here. Not with invisible Widow Mines in his base. He sends the Observer forward, but there's a lib there, multiple tanks, and Parting is going to tap out of game 1. All right, going into game 2, Parting sending one of his very first workers across the map. Parting. And Byun in the bottom left. This normally is a proxy gate build. However, Zest has recently started sending a probe across just to harass very early. But this does look like a proxy pylon. Yeah, this looks like he's doing a rush here. So this is a max packs opening, guys. He's going to build his first gateway on the front. Very cool. Now, very clever. Remember, I was saying Byun's going to die because he's not building marines or a bunker. But Byun actually had a very clever response. He immediately built an armory and relied on Widow Mines, which he knew Parting didn't have tech. Once he saw that gateway, he knew Parting was doing his famous 3-gate build, and he knew the Widow Mines would cause a huge problem. So really clever response from Byun. And I know a lot of people have been saying, oh, well, you see, Terrans have finally figured out, hey, you can just do a Hellion drop against this, it kills it. Actually, this specific build that Parting's doing, or that he did last game, is way better versus that drop. It is insanely good versus that sort of play. It's actually a massive advantage for Parting. All he needed to do was warp in Stalkers at home. He would have had 3 Stalkers plus a shield battery in each base, shut down the Hellion drop completely, then he could warp in units on the front to be more aggressive. Parting, trademark Parting, tried to attack in a point where there was no need to attack. He thought he could warp in the Stalkers on the front, chrono his gateways, get 3 Stalkers at home, and still defend okay. What did he pay for that? He paid 30 probes. It was 25, 30 probes that he lost. A huge issue. And guess what? Parting gets a gas steal. So he's doing a proxy Stargate all in, by the way, guys. This is proxy forward gateway to get the pressure going, and he's going to proxy a Stargate there in a moment. This is a super all in, really powerful build. Byun scouted it, though. He's seen the double gas. Byun should know to just play a very one-base style. But he's going factory, and that worries me. So if I was in Byun's shoes, whenever I'm up against this sort of play, if they gas steal, I would one-base 3 racks and just try to get up lots of Marines and tech labs, and I might go double reactor for heavier Marine production. The idea being, you're not going to have a lot of gas here, so it's going to be hard to afford much tech. You could build Cyclones plus Marines one at a time, sure, but you're not going to get Vikings as well. That being said, he pulled SCVs and said, well, I'll just kill the gas. It's late. It's very late, but it's not the end of the world. I could still get a starport. I'll even build a Hellion for now. He's seen the Stargate, though. He's building a Hellion? Is that a mistake? Surely, because Widow Mines are very good versus this. Hellion seems like a questionable unit choice. I really am surprised. It doesn't cost any gas, so maybe he's just saving the gas for the starport. He's going to pull back from the wall, build a depot to wall on off, building a backup bunker as well. He's trying to build Hellions. How bizarre. I've never seen someone build Hellions here. Is he thinking about doing a Hellion drop? This is a really weird response from Byun. We're about to learn some shit, or at least I am. I'm sure there's someone who's already watched the GSL matches last night who has a bit more context on exactly what the meta is between these two. I haven't caught up on those games yet, so if you find my commentary lacking because I'm not talking about the context of that, well, there's a good reason for it. I haven't watched GSL last night yet. I'm going to be catching up on those games later. So I was not expecting to see these two be playing again so soon. 2 Hellion backstab, so he just slides out with those Hellions. That does put pressure on his Marine count. Sucks, though. Byun's Marine count is very weak. That being said, this is a pretty late Void Ray because there was the opening Zealot Adept Stalker pressure. And because Byun scouted so early, I actually think he's in a great position. I think this build from Parting shines against someone who doesn't scout and plonks a command center down on the low ground. But Byun here, so far, because he reacted so quickly, he's now got a Viking, a Cyclone. Second Viking's about to pop. He's now got a reactor, so he's got double Marine production. And yeah, he's doing some great wearing down of that battery energy. The batteries are almost dry, so these Void Rays can't really tank too much more here. Yeah, look at that. He's taking damage. The batteries are almost dry. There's only 1 freshie on the bottom. The Hellions on the other side, by the way. Oh, the Cyclone! The Cyclone almost goes down. Oh, it's a trade, though. Cyclone for a Viking, and that's okay for Terran, but oh, he overcommits there. He does overcommit, loses a Viking there. Very expensive trade. Now, these Hellions, remember, they got pylon walled out by Parting. He's going to need to warp in at home, but he's got warp gate. He could do that. I think he should warp in at home. Whoo! Almost loses another Void Ray. Guys, there's 2 Void Rays out. A second one just popped, but he doesn't have the money to queue another one. And he does warp in, sends in some Zealots to deal with those Hellions. Of course, Hellions can beat Zealots, but it needs some multitasking and micro. Byun cannot spare the APM. He loses another Cyclone. Byun. Oh, he's making too many mistakes. He's losing too much damage output. If he ends up with less Vikings and Cyclones than there are Void Rays, that's a big problem because those shield batteries can really make things very difficult for you. He's got to bring a few more SCVs over. He's already lost 10 workers. And honestly, I think Byun is just being a little too wasteful, losing 2 Cyclones and a Viking for 1 Void Ray. That's a 1 for 3 trade. Another Cyclone goes down. He's dead. He's dead. Oh my god, he needs to hold the bunker! Repair! Taste my drill! No, the drill is not enough! Byun. Oh my god, just getting taken out. It was a really promising start. The SCVs actually killed the Stalkers really well. The Marines get a Void Ray as well. Wait, is he dead? He's rebuilt some SCVs. He didn't really lose any workers there. He only lost his important valuable units. He's out of money. Got a tank about to pop. That'll help on the ground. But just a few Marines, a Viking. I mean, he needs money desperately. He's supply blocked so badly. The tank will keep back the Stalkers. The Marines and the Vikings have got to keep back the Void Rays. Oh, it's tempting for Parting to just pick off a Marine, pull back to heal, pick off a Marine. Yeah, look at that. I mean, there's just not enough damage to scare him off. I think Parting can be very aggressive. Second Viking helps. Oh, that was real good. Look at that. He's looking, yeah, gets another 2 Marines and an SCV. That Void Ray takes a big bruising for it, though. Big bruising. And it looks like these Zealots have cleaned up the Hellions. They're going to come back to the front. More tanks on the way. I think because he's expecting this, because this is the gateway version where there's a lot of gateway units. Oh, Byun, he's trying to pull the tank back. Okay, he pulls it back. I like this little semi-wall here. These Zealots can tank a few siege tank shots. More Marines trying to build up here. This is a fight to the death. The Phoenix is going to try and pick up that tank. Watch out for the Phoenix. Oh, it does go down. Gets 1 siege tank shot. A Void Ray has fallen. But because the tank's gone, the Stalkers reign supreme. That tank, though, going to cause problems. The Void Ray is thinking about clicking on it. Parting does get forced back. That tank doing really well. Parting goes for it. Parting. Oh my god, a massive overcommitment from Parting. He does not kill the tank, but the Void Rays actually will finish it off. He's going to lose that Void Ray for it, though. Oh my gosh, this is so damned close, but I think getting that tank, the Stalkers now are a big problem. Parting barely able to crack on through. Ties up the series. Alright. Going into the 3rd deciding map in the top right. Mr. Cheesy Boy, hyper-aggressive Protoss. This is Parting. His opponent in the bottom left, this is Byun. Now, Byun's been opting for that gas first. He's not rallied to the gas, though. Normally, you drop it about 28 seconds if you're going to go gas first. He's not. He's swapping to a barracks first. Now, knowing Byun, I already am like, he's going 3 racks. There's no reason why just going barracks gas means 3 racks, but I just know Byun loves 3 racks. A lot of players been doing 3 racks on this map. Maybe Marine into Reactor, maybe even Reactor first. That's just I don't know why I've just seen so much 3 racks on this map lately, and I see him going away from that gas first he's been doing in the previous maps, and I'm like, yeah, I think he's going to do that. We will find out if that is actually the case. Now, the Hellions at the start of the last game was super weird. It did pull a bit of the pressure away from him, but if he just had 1 or 2 Widow Mines, like that really makes it hard because you can zone out areas of the map with a Widow Mine. Having, say, 1 Widow Mine here, if the Void Rays chase your Cyclone Viking into it, they just die, man. The Widow Mine wrecks Void Rays with its splash damage. It's so powerful, so I'm kind of, I question Byun's response. I think the Hellions was really silly. I think it's the least important unit, especially since he spotted the Stargate. So I do think Byun messed up by building Hellions number 1. And then number 2, I think more importantly, number 2 is that he, oh, he's getting blocked for a long time here. Why didn't he have a second SCV to clear this up? He's trying to hide his command center. He doesn't want Parting to know. Oh, okay, so he's going to try and keep Parting a bit unsure. Thing is, Parting's a gambler, so Parting's usually pretty happy to just make an assumption. There's a lot of players who might second guess themselves here. Parting is going to go around the right with his probe and think about ducking in later for a scout. The Marine coming for it, though. He's like, okay, well, if you're going there, I'll go around this way. So he knows he can get a scout now. And the Marine, I don't think it gets a glimpse. Yeah, the probe just left vision. Good dance. Good dancing. Parting should go in and check. Oh, it's a concussive build. Oh, awesome, guys. So this is the build order. It's one of the more divisive openings out there. Divisive, the concussive shell Marauder. Usually it ends up being utter trash, but we'll see how it goes here. He's once again doing a 3-gate build as Parting. And Byun barely misses it. His Marine's looking for this, but he does not find it, guys. And a concussive Marauder is actually the worst opening against this, in my opinion. I would rather reacted. I mean, it can work if you get 1 or 2 units, and that's Shade. Yeah, okay, he gets an Adept early. That's a good start. That's a very good start. So the problem is 3-gate Stalker, fucks this pressure up really hard. And Byun, he doesn't know what he's up against at all, so he's going to go across. So Parting, what he can do is he can warp in a few Stalkers at home. Warp gate will be done. He should really chrono that. Kill this really easily, then warp in and do a counter swing across the map. And because the second and third barracks are so late with this version, the reactor's so late, and he's only building Marines right now, if Byun doesn't have a bunker, I think he's going to die to the counter swing. Look at that. The Adepts, they actually preemptively shaded backwards. So they get damage on the Marauders. They pull back. Battery heals them up. And they go, hello. He's going to warp in 2 Stalkers. Like I said, easy clap on these Marauders. There's no way those Marauders get home. There is no way those Marauders get home. The Adepts are even going to kind of force field them a little bit there. So he gets 2 Marauders for free. And this is what I'm talking about. This build is so bad against a player who's just now going to warp in Stalkers on the front. He's got a bunker building. If he gets that up, he's okay. If he can get that up. Oh my god. 15 seconds. He needs 15 seconds. The Adepts Stalkers are coming. Parting is coming in there. Parting does not know about this bunker. If he did, he'd go for it. He's going to click on that SCV. Byun is in huge trouble. He might lose this series just like that. And that is... Oh, man. Yep, the bunker. I mean, how does he... He's trying to put the SCVs on the bunker. Parting keeps focusing it. He's trying to put more. Finish the bunker! Oh my god, he manages to finish it, but 6 SCVs, a bunch of Marines and Marauders already going down. And this is already played off for Parting, who's up 10 workers. He's dropped a robo. He's going up to 3 gases. Blink behind this. So he's adding all the normal tech, but he's done big damage to Byun's economy. And Parting could just take a third from here, or he could keep busting. Because guess what? He can kill the repairing SCVs. So look at this. He comes in. Byun a little slow. Oh, actually, Stim's done. So that's very cute from Byun, but it's expensive as well. I like the Marauder micro. He pulls back the Marauder. Gets a few Stalkers there. It's a trade. It's okay. But you could attack like that and pick off the repairing SCVs. The Stim scares him off from it, though. More Stalkers warping in. Still no third base. In this scenario, there is no need to push the pressure. Parting thinks that he can out-micro him, but against Stim now being finished, as long as Byun repairs the bunker... Oh, he's trying to... Yeah, okay, I think this is over-eager Stimmage. You just pull more SCVs to repair. It's got to be the way to play this as Byun. And if you put 2 Marauders in the bunker, that's even better, because they have 7 range. So the Marines not going to do as much damage, especially against pure Stalkers. You want to put 2 Marauders in the bunker in this scenario where they're doing Stalker pokes. So Parting does back off, takes a third. Robo Bay on the way. 4 gases are up. And the factory and the starport on the way for Byun. Byun's weathered the storm. He's survived. This is still a playable game. But map control goes to Parting in a big way, so he has a lot of freedom. Oh, Blink's not done. Blink's not done. Parting's going to try and focus down as many of these Marauders as he can. The concussive makes it very hard to get out of there, though. Blink is done in 4 seconds. Oh, he wants the tag so badly, but Blink's done now. Oh, Parting with some tricky micro. He gets 1 extra Marauder there. That's Byun's hopes and dreams there, floating to the top of the ocean. Parting trying to counterattack. Byun kind of going to wish he held actually on the high ground there. Parting being so annoying with just small groups of Stalkers. The Medivacs could not get here fast enough. Yeah, he's got to turtle up. Wouldn't mind a +1 armor upgrade starting here for Byun. He's going to go Tech Lab, so he does like that Siege Tank style. Byun, I mean, Parting a little slow to start macroing onto his 3rd Nexus. That's something that definitely means that Byun's economy looks completely fine compared to Parting's right now. The lack of a 3rd CC being landed is an issue. Now, he's actually lifting his barracks off the 2nd reactor onto a Tech Lab. Wants to swap into a more Marauder-focused style. Oh my god. Byun! Do you know how dangerous this move is? Guys, that's actually fucking insane what Byun just did. Do you know how often a player leaves a Stalker there? He could have got blinked on and lost 2 full Medivacs. To boost like that is the most insanely dangerous maneuver I've ever seen. Byun answering Parting's psychotic aggression, apparently with his own risk-taking. This is bungee jumping without a bungee cord. It's just jumping off a fucking bridge. I cannot believe he did such a dangerous move when he knew there were Stalkers outside of his base. That is absolutely wild risk-taking from Byun. Now, the Observer sees it, but Parting's kind of low on units right now. His Colossus is all the way over at the 30. Recalls to the natural because he was just short on energy in the main. Byun should get out, though. There's too many Stalkers here. This is not going to be a good trade if you don't leave. If you don't leave soon, I think Byun's overstayed. So now he's going to lose all these units. Uh-oh. Oh, he does survive. Okay. He only loses 5 supply. That's okay. For a couple probes. Doesn't quite kill the pylon, which is a bummer, but also forces out the overcharge. Sends some units out the left just to clear up map controls. This is a good job of Byun. I was like, dude, you're going to lose that drop, but Parting unable to seal the deal on that. His Observer sees the drop retreated, though. Stalkers out there kind of posturing, looking for units rotating through the middle. charge on the way, +1 on the way. And that gateway count is up to 5. So it's 5 gate charge. Meanwhile, 4th and 5th barracks go down. Tank count slowly building up. 3rd command center is finished. Economy still does not look amazing for parting. He's got the 3rd mineral line saturated, but that's because his main is mining out. And it's because he's only on 4 gases. Oh no! Byun! Oh, parting barely misses him there. Byun's got to be careful. One catch on one of these drops, and parting can run away with this game. The supply, considering it's Colossus, Blink, Sentry, that is a better army than just Bio, especially with only a handful of tanks. Upgrades are good. 1-1 to just +1, so that's really good for Byun. He doesn't want to invest in 2-2 just yet. It's kind of hard to afford that when you're just landing your 3rd base, especially if he wants to keep up tank Viking production, which is the counter to the Colossus. Now, I've talked a lot about this push angle, how it's good to siege up and set up an annoying spot, but actually pushing into the Nexus is very difficult. And often when players do it, it's a giant zealot. The Protoss just buys time with Colossus, shaving off units, refusing to fight, building more batteries here if these ones go down. And then it's a big zealot backstab that often wins the game for the Protoss. But Byun's actually been playing a bigger macro style. He's not playing 3 base all-ins. He adds a 2nd eBay. He adds an armory. We expect a Ghost Academy to be the next step that gets added in here, and a 4th command center soon after that. Like, he really is playing a big macro style with this non-stop tank production. This is a Terran who wants to play a later style. Parting is so scary in the early late game, in the mid game. Disruptors, DTs, Stalkers, Zealots running all over the shop. He's very good at that. Dance. If you slow it down to end game, Parting doesn't really know how to play end game in every matchup. It's the weakness of being so good at just knocking your opponent out early. You don't get a lot of practice in the late game. And you don't really have plans for that scenario because you can always just kill them better, easier, sooner. Zealot run by gets cleaned up very efficiently. Byun just pulls his whole army back. I mean, he's a player who's not like, oh, I'm all in, I need to kill you. He's so happy to just pull his units back for that. He does have turrets in each base as well, so these DTs going to cause problems, but how much? Uh-oh, Byun. He's got a bigger army here. Watch out for the ball. Parting's hiding his disruptor. He wants that ball to be a surprise. DTs hit the mineral lines in the natural, in the 3rd. SCVs are trying to fight that. Guys, SCVs do not do well versus Dark Templar. And Byun's going to try and punish on the front instead, but attacking into Colossus Disruptor Battery Overcharge, questionable at the best of times. 17 SCVs go down to 2 Dark Templar, 1 Siege Tank taken out by a Disruptor. Now, I like that he's opened these rocks up. That does give him a bigger area to work with his bio. He's got to be careful, though. Colossus on Marines, always powerful. I talked about that Zealot run by. It's hard to actually force the fight on that 3rd base. The Zealot run bys, the DT backstabs, they're doing big damage. Byun now feels like he's kind of all in. He's got to move forward. Watch out for the balls. That's a double tap. Or a double hit, sorry, for the Disruptor. 2 tanks deep in the red there. Another big Disruptor. Clips. Oh! 4 Marauders as they try to squeeze through the choke. He needed to pull up and to the left there. Does he have scans? If he doesn't have scans, these DTs are going to cause him trouble. He does have a scan. Remember, he's got 3 orbitals available. 2-2 halfway done. But right now, +2 is almost finished for Parting. Oh! Good spread. He gets one of the balls, but a little dangerous with these move-ins, man. He does take out this Nexus. Well done. But remember, Parting is just going to Zealot backstab. And that is exactly it. He's going to expand over there, give up this position. You can't win from there. Oh, get the tanks out. Pick up the tanks and leave. Pick up the tanks and leave. His base is under assault. Oh, he's got to be careful. Okay, he sieges the tanks, pulls back. His bio is very bruised. He's got to be really careful. Byun needs to consolidate and reconsolidate and pull his forces back together. But guys, there is still 3 Colossus on the map. He has not lowered the Colossus count. He's got a giant army advantage, and with 2-2 about to kick in, I think Byun still has a good shot to win with this army. The question is he all-inning or is he building his economy? I don't see SCVs in the production tab. I think he's going to go all in. He's going to say this army needs to make it work, and that's why these run-bys, I mean, that's a bad run-by. He needs to kind of drag things out, does Parting. So trickling DTs in is a fantastic idea, doing Zealot run-bys, because anything that puts urgency on Byun, anything that distracts him, means more chance of your Disruptors, your Colossus getting big shave-offs on your opponent. But his Disruptors are on the left side of the map right now. He's trying to rebuild that base. Parting's kind of splitting up. He's going to also pull his Prism away there. His DTs aren't really finding any more damage, and this army is getting supercharged right now. Don't find any more damage. Hold that thought. 5 SCVs go down there. A DT here as well. He's so low on scans, man. My man. So annoying. So guys, he's trying to pull back, but he's out of scans. These DTs from Parting. Parting's just trying to prolong this situation and let his 20 worker lead gain advantages. He's got DT Blink on the way. He's trickling DTs in. He knows that Byun Byun's trying to kill him with a supercharged army. He's not playing a longer game. Zealots find a tank there. Not a bad pick off, but overall, these trades are still not fantastic for parting, right? He's throwing so many Zealots and DTs into the meat grinder. He's on 5 base. Can he afford to do that? Kind of, but can he? Look at the units lost tab. He's down 60 army supply. I mean, parting is being objectively super wasteful. He's going to need some big disruptor shots, some big Colossus swipes to actually do okay here. Now, Byun here, he's got the left watchtower, he's got the right watchtower. The scans, he's out of scan energy, guys. He's out of scan energy. Byun is, oh man, I don't know if he dropped some mules at some point out of panic. It's just basically he's out of scans. I mean, at this point, you got to swap that starport over. You've got 7 medevacs, it'll do you. You've got to. I like that he saves the tank there. Nice pickup. But yeah, as Byun, he's about to get a scan. He clears that one, but that means this DT is still running free. He's pulling back. The DTs have fought him off the map. Parting's at 73 workers. Parting should not attack, but I like that he's moving forward. He should pressure. He should threaten. He should keep the fighting away from him, but he should not attack. Disruptors! Disruptors! Oh my god, they get caught out! What is Parting doing on this side of the map right now? Not being careful with his army. He's at half the army supply. He moves across the map. Are you drunk, Parting? Why? I said threaten. Be careful. I thought he was going to drop disruptors on Byun and then run away. I thought he was going to force field that ramp. But Parting throws his army into the meat grinder. Absolutely ridiculously cocky situation. Now he's got a giant Zealot DT backstab. I actually still think he can win the base trade despite, because he's got disruptors coming out 2 at a time. And there's no way Byun deals with this Zealot DT backstab. Zealot DT is going to get on the production and win the game here, I think. I mean, it's a giant army on the front. Byun does dodge the disruptors, but look at this. The Zealot DT on the back. That's where the action's really happening. I don't know if Byun can hold his production line. If he can win this game, but if he has to lift his orbitals, he just loses to the DTs. And he's already trying to pull back. Those DTs causing problems. No real attempt to defend this on the front just yet for Parting. Oh! He gets 1 disruptor. Loses some bio for it. 3rd base has been ransacked. Natural. He's going to drop a scan there. He defends the natural. He defends the natural. Another scan on the front. DTs. One of them does manage to blink out, but look at that. Each time the DTs do that, his tanks are all dead on the left. It's just very bruised bio because he's overstimmed now. And he could get killed by this army. This is a really scary moment. Another scan goes down. Guys, he's out of scans again. He's got to run away. The Vikings all get caught over there. The DT fuckery. It's so funny to me because Parting had honestly secured the win until he threw that army away. It was like, okay, Byun's taken too long. He hasn't rebuilt the economy. The DT's pinned him back. Parting throws his whole army away, which was absolutely insane to be doing in that scenario where your opponent is so all in. I mean, we see the work account. Maybe he thought because Byun wasn't pushing, Byun was actually rebuilding the economy, but he knew there was no 4th command center. He hadn't seen one, so it was a little bit of a wild way of doing it. Now, obviously, people are like, why not build a Raven? I do think, yes, in this scenario, when your opponent is this focused on winning through DTs, you should swap into it. This is the rare case where it's actually super worth because he's got such a good medevac count already. He can afford to halt medevac production. That being said, his medevacs are out of juice, man. He has to use another scan to clear up another DT there, guys. He's only got 1 scan available. The other 2 won't be available for about 45 seconds. So he's got 1 scan in the medium term. Now remember, Parting's income dropped drastically after losing those 2 bases on the right. He's retaking this one. This is his only good base, and it's only down to 6 mineral patches. So Parting's income has taken a beating. Double upgrade advantage, of course, for Byun. He's trying to rebuild a turret here. That DT blinked away. Oh, if a DT can bait out multiple scans, that's incredible. He's going to have to rebuild turrets there. DT on the front as well. Right now, there is 1 scan available. Only 1 scan. Oh, the disruptors. Run. Looks like he just got a marauder there. Not the end of the world. He's going to try and pick up into the main. Parting's right there. Oh, Parting could have blinked on him. Byun going for the wild plays. That tank's getting caught out. It looks like that bio will stim over to defend there on that DT. The main base. Oh, he barely avoids the disruptors, but there's more where that came from. He picks up. He's going to drop the low ground. He loses 1 full medevac, but he gets most of the units out of there. Dude, Byun. Dude, Byun gets another Nexus snipe. I mean, he's trading pretty damn well. It's mostly Stalker Disruptor, and Marauder is so good versus Stalker Disruptor in terms of, like, obviously if you avoid the disruptor shots. But guys, once again, he drops the scan. Oh, he catches 3 DTs. Oh, one of them barely escapes. I mean, it's definitely Raven time. He's got the gas. He does have another scan available. Oh, he's trying to split push. He cleans up a DT on the left side. He's going to stim in there. But look, DT's on the left. He's going to pick up and drop the main again. And, oh, he has one more scan. That's his last scan for about 15 seconds. But he gets in the mineral line. That is huge for Byun. Byun's got to leave in the main, though. If this army gets caught, it was all for naught. Loses a full medevac, loses a bunch more units. Only one full medevac gets out of there. He kills another DT, he kills 20 probes. He's going to kill this Nexus as well. Recall is not available right now. So he gets the Nexus, he kills these probes. I mean, if Byun can get these units home. Oh, no, don't drop. You need to go home and heal. Oh, no. Even hiding there is dangerous. Because those units are also damaged, he needs to heal them before they fight. But the medevacs need time to regenerate. The thing is, Byun can defend this army. If he can surround it, he can actually defend this. Byun has got himself back into a winning position. This is actually insane. This game is so back and forth. He's actually even adding tanks in now. No! Byun, not like this! Parting with the killer instinct! Byun's like, what the fuck? Who comes and checks here? Who does that? Parting's just like, lol, I do, dickhead. Oh my god, who checks that? Who? Oh, no. I told you it was dangerous and he needed to get that bio home. He thought, oh, there's no way. We'll hide in the corner. We'll come back a minute later, unload in the corner, and Parting with the killer instincts. He says, you know what? I bet those units are waiting up there to come in later, and he finds them. Now, that still isn't necessarily game over, because remember, what's he mining? A couple mineral patches there, one mineral patch there. He's trying to retake this base. If he loses that base, economically, Parting is done in this game. There is still a double upgrade advantage for Byun. But after losing those units, he's definitely in trouble. Now, Parting can't really afford to just use DTs non-stop anymore, so you don't even need a Raven at this point. He's got one in there. Got to be careful with these stims, though. Those stims are not recyclable. He's only got a little bit of energy. Oh, disruptors. Oh, he gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he gets the other balls baited out, which means he can win. He can win! Parting blows his entire load there, just trying to get him off his disruptors. They all are fired, which means Byun can just force the fight. The army has to try to defend the disruptors. He's trying to fall back and let the disruptors cool down, but that means the Nexus is in the open. A DT does do damage on the counter. This is still meaning Parting is in a dire circumstance himself economically, but it feels like after killing so much of the important units of Protoss, he should be good. And if the Stalkers chase him, if they blink after him, that's where he'll take good trades. He's happy to, oh yeah, I'll trade a Marauder for a Stalker all day, mate. Stalkers are very expensive. Marauders aren't cheap, but they're a little cheaper than Stalkers. And of course, they do beat them head-to-head with Stim and Medevacs especially. Now, that DT did get cleared up. We've still got multiple scans. There's 3 scans available right now. And yeah, tries to blink past the scan. Cute move from Parting, but whoo! Look at that. He's floated his main down to his 4th base. He still can't afford to drop mules, of course. It's just 19 SCVs. Versus 26 probes. Parting, looking for the big disruptor shots. He doesn't have much observers as well. If he had a few observers for map vision, he could maybe get some surprise disruptor shots. Woo, great dodge. But another scan goes down. And another one bites the dust. And another one bites, and another one bites, and another one bites the dust. 38 DTs. 38 Dark Templar have died this game. 92 SCV, 70 probes, 16 disruptors, 70 marauders, 98 marines, 61 zealots, 29 stalks. I mean, this game has been an absolute bloodbath. It's been a goddamn bloodbath, and I don't think anyone can say otherwise. This has been an amazing series. Oh man. Dancing. He says those disruptors, they've got to cool down now. My balls was hot. Parting, why did you lose? He says my balls was hot. And Byun with the incredible comeback there. 2-1 over Parting. I mean, what a wild game. And I always talk about it every week when I'm casting Parting. He's so fun to watch because he's so hyper aggressive. The way he hung on against an army that was double his size was glorious. He built an amazing economic advantage. And then he decided it was time to attack. At double the worker count, down over 50 army supply. This here was an absolutely ridiculous decision from Parting. And he got punished really hard for it. I think he thought the whole army was there. He didn't realize that was only a section. And so Byun just opportunistically is like, oh, what? And getting those disruptors, catching all the Colossus. Just when it looked like Byun was out of chances in this game, this is where he won this game. Parting still made it very close to the DT Zealot backstabs, a back and forth wild game. But at the end of the game, an absolutely awesome win, a great victory for Byun. GG, well played.